Picture this: a bank, a plan, and a group of individuals daring enough to risk it all. The air is thick with tension, the stakes higher than a skyscraper. Bank heists, the ultimate test of audacity, cunning, and nerve. A dangerous dance on the razor's edge between unimaginable wealth and irrevocable ruin. Each move, each decision, a roll of the dice in this high-stakes game. Welcome to a world where audacity and wit can lead to unimaginable wealth, or a lifetime behind bars. London, 1971. A group of thieves tunneled into a bank, escaping with a fortune. Picture this: a bustling, vibrant city, the heart of the swinging 60s, unknowingly playing host to one of the most audacious heists in history. The Baker Street burglary was no ordinary theft. This was not a case of smash and grab, but rather, a meticulously planned operation that involved digging a tunnel from a rented leather goods shop 200 yards away, right into the vault of Lloyd's Bank on Baker Street. The thieves managed to burrow their way to wealth, escaping with valuables from 267 safety deposit boxes. Yet the spoils of their labor remained shrouded in mystery. Rumors swirled of scandalous photos, secret documents, even royal connections. But the truth? That remains buried as deep as the tunnel they once dug. Despite their meticulous planning, the robbers were eventually caught, proving that even the best-laid plans can falter. Fortesa Brazil, 2005, a plot so audacious it seemed straight out of a movie. In the heart of the city, a group of enterprising thieves set up a faux landscaping business, a clever ruse to mask their true intentions. Their real project? An 85-meter tunnel painstakingly dug over 3 months, leading directly into the vault of Banco Central. This wasn't just any tunnel, it was a marvel of underground engineering, complete with lighting, air conditioning, and even a rail system to transport the loot. And what a loot it was. Over $70 million vanished into thin air, the biggest theft in Brazilian history. The audacious heist sent shockwaves around the world, leaving authorities and onlookers alike astounded by its sheer brilliance. Yet every action has its consequence. Eventually, the law caught up with most of the thieves, but the lion's share of the stolen wealth remained elusive. In the end, the majority of the thieves were caught, but the majority of the money was never recovered. England, 1963, a heist that changed the face of crime forever. This is the tale of the Great Train Robbery. A gang of 15 criminals, led by mastermind Bruce Reynolds, concocted an audacious plan to rob a Royal Mail train traveling from Glasgow to London. Their target? A high-speed locomotive carrying used banknotes scheduled for incineration, a treasure trove valued at over £2.5 million. Using a simple but ingenious method, they tampered with the railway signal, forcing the train to halt. In the dead of night, they overpowered the crew and made off with the loot, evading the authorities in a hideout at Leatherslade Farm. This wasn't some petty theft. This was a meticulously planned, daringly executed operation that shocked the nation. The culprits were eventually captured, but their audacious act left a lasting impression. The Great Train Robbery remains one of the most infamous heists in history, a testament to the audacity of crime. Belgium, 2003, the heist of the century that left the world in awe. A city steeped in history became the backdrop for a modern-day crime story. Right in the heart of Antwerp, the diamond capital, a heist unraveled that would forever change the perception of the perfect crime. The Antwerp Diamond Center, a fortress of security, was the target. The mastermind? Leonardo Notarbartolo, an Italian thief with a grand vision. For 2 years he and his team meticulously planned their operation. They rented an office in the building, studied the vault's complex security systems, and even replicated the keys. Then, over a weekend in February, they struck. They bypassed infrared heat detectors, a seismic sensor, and a lock with 100 million possible combinations. The result? A staggering haul of diamonds, gold, and other gems valued at over $100 million. Despite their initial success, the thieves were eventually caught, once again proving that crime doesn't pay. These stories make us ponder the thin line between genius and criminality. A fascinating conundrum, isn't it? Each tale we've explored has revealed a level of audacity, creativity, and intelligence that is, in many ways, awe-inspiring. These are not your run-of-the-mill thieves. These are masterminds who have meticulously planned and executed some of the most daring heists in history. Take the Baker Street burglary, for instance. The cunning use of a walkie-talkie to evade police detection is reminiscent of a spy thriller. Or consider the Banco Central heist, where the robbers dug an elaborate tunnel spanning 78 meters. It is hard not to marvel at the sheer audacity and logistical brilliance of it all. However, as we marvel at their ingenuity, we must never lose sight of the fact that these are crimes. Lives were disrupted, trust was broken, and immense financial losses were incurred. The Great Train Robbery, for instance, not only led to a loss of £2.6 million, but also left a train driver traumatized for life. These crimes have a ripple effect, impacting not just the immediate victims, but society as a whole. Every successful heist emboldens potential criminals, erodes public trust in institutions, and eventually leads to stricter security measures, often at the cost of personal freedoms. So, where does this leave us? On the one hand, we have individuals with extraordinary intellect and creativity. On the other, we have the undeniable truth that their talents were used for nefarious purposes. It's a thin line indeed between genius and criminality. The moral implications are complex, as is often the case when intellect is used for illicit ends. It's easy to romanticize these stories, to get lost in the thrill of the chase, the audacity of the plot. But at the end of the day, a crime is a crime. These stories serve as a reminder that intelligence and creativity can be used for both constructive and destructive ends. It's a choice each individual makes, a path they decide to tread. The Antwerp diamond heist, the Great Train Robbery, the Banco Central heist. Each of these tales is a testament to what humans are capable of, for better or for worse. As we delve into these tales of audacity and wit, we are left to wonder, what separates the criminal mastermind from the genius inventor? As always, we leave that for you to decide.